I'm tired of being slow. You guys are probably wondering, what are you talking about, man? You got an M340i. What if I told you I have the largest hybrid turbo you can get on the market and I'm barely making over 500 wheel horsepower right now? A lot of you peeps out there with the stock turbo E50 tune, you guys are just as fast as me. And I have almost a $4,000 turbo in there. But today, that all changes. I am happy to finally say that we are getting some fueling upgrades. And I'm not just talking about any fueling upgrades. We're not only going port injection, but we are also going direct injection. And you guys are probably like, what the heck? Why would you do port injection and then also do direct injection upgrades? Well, let's just say I was on the phone with Mr. David Shoup for about half an hour. He's a great guy, by the way. If you guys haven't checked out Shoup Tuning, my man knows his stuff. I originally was tuning with Fabian over at Pure Boost, but time change and him being over in Germany and stuff like that just made it a little bit more challenging, especially when I wanted quick turnarounds. Plus, I heard a lot of good things about Shoup, and people local in the area have also been tuning with him. So I thought, you know what, let's give it a shot. But you see, he was able to convince me that if I also upgrade my direct injection, which would be my high pressure fuel pump and S58 injectors. Fellas, we're about to be an M3. I'm just playing. But anyways, yeah, if you guys didn't know, you can actually use S58 injectors with this setup. I was at a crossroads. I already just spent all this money on the port injection system to then be told, you know what? You also got to go direct injection. So I'm not going to lie, it took some convincing. According to Mr. Shoup, he believes that if I also have my direct injection system looking crispy, it's going to help with me not running lean. He talked about some other stuff about how that system can be very reliant, very consistent, especially because my high pressure fuel pump right now, the B58TU pump, is having issues. Plus, with port injection paired with my direct injection upgraded, I can pretty much max this car out. Oh my gosh, this turbo would probably explode if we hit the fueling limits. I mean, part of me also wanted to upgrade my direct injection just because my current high pressure fuel pump is not performing very well. I don't know if you guys know this or not, but every one of those pumps is kind of like a lottery. And in my case, I have an upgraded turbo and I am barely able to run E15, E20 on this setup, which normally is not the best thing. So I definitely did not get lucky with my current fuel pump. That's why I decided to go the port injection route. But then Mr. Shoup convinced me, you know what? We're going to do direct injection too. I heard that he's a direct injection kind of guy. So I just thought, you know what? Let's just do it. Might as well. This is B58 Cinema. You know, life is short. We got to have our PI and DI maxed out. And then the sky is the limit if I decide to do anything crazier with this. Here's a POV look at me after I realized how much B58 bucks I spent on this car. So in case you guys are wondering, we ended up going with the Dorch DS25 high pressure fuel pump and then the S58 injectors, which I mentioned earlier. So that is going to be our upgraded DI system. This is our current fuel pump right here. Just want to grab it and choke it. So that is what is going to be upgraded. And then our injectors, I have no idea where those go in the actual DI system. But in terms of our port injection, fellas, this is where it gets fun. I would like to introduce you to the one and only intake manifold in red. Dude, this is gonna be a straight Spider-Man build. Look at this, especially with my red charge pipe. Oh geez. We got the motive reflex here with sequential port injection system, and you guys already know if we're gonna do it, we are gonna do it. That is why I picked up the Gen 2 manifold from Bimmer Network. My boy Trevor hooked me up, and that puppy is gonna sit right there. Look at that, all nice and red for the holidays. Oh, it's gonna look so good. Dude, this is the upgrade I've always wanted. The intake manifolds stock just looks so boring. It's like spaghetti. This is what I'm talking about right here. Oh, it gets me hyped up. This is a upgraded core. You can see it already has upgraded cooling elements in there. Some of the ones from the past, you actually had to reuse the core from the stock one. This one has its own core. I think it has twice as much cores as the stock. I'm not sure, don't quote me on that. But anyways, we're gonna probably see some performance gains from this as well as some cooling benefits. For the port injection, there's gonna be a fuel rail that runs down here. I ended up going with the IDX 1050 X injectors. And then the only other thing I think we had to upgrade for the port injection was our low pressure fuel pump, which I ended up going with from Precision Raceworks. There you guys have it. We're going to be having a fueling fest here. We got the PI, we got the DI, we got the GI. Everything's going to be looking nice and milky, nice and crispy, especially with this Spider-Man build. Let's just take a look at this. Oh man, I can't wait to pop my trunk at Cars and Coffee. Come on now. And real talk, fellas, this was tough for me. I'm pretty much at the point of no return. I thought about it for a long time if I should even even go the fueling routes. I mean, the biggest thing that kind of swayed me is the fact that I already have an upgraded turbo. If I didn't have an upgraded turbo, I probably wouldn't do fueling just because, you know, I'd be happy with the 500 wheel. But in this case, after my TU pump was just I was like, you know what, man? I've already done so much to this car. I contemplated for a while if we just stopped where we are right now, hold on to this car for a little bit longer, sell it. I don't know, guys. I'm already so deep in this. I'm someone that likes to finish what I started. I don't really think I want to get an M3 just because I already have this. I feel like that'd kind of defeat the purpose unless I ended up selling this and then going with that. But if I already have all these fueling upgrades, I'm already going to have a higher ceiling than the M3 off the bat. Don't worry, guys. Don't give up on me. I'm committed to my M340i gang. The B58 boys, I pretty much was at the point of no return, and we're just gonna do it, man. We're gonna max prestige this car out because at the end of the day, you know, the M340i it's special. This is a special car. It's great value. It's fun to drive. It sounds incredible. As much as it'd be cool to have a, you know, a G80 or something like that, I feel like we can make this thing look pretty freaking cool. In some ways, a little bit better. I have so much fun stuff planned for this car, and I think honestly, the next car I want to get in the springtime, which is my goal. I think it's time for some American muscle. I think the next car I'm gonna get is probably a C7 Z06. I've wanted one of those cars for so long. It's been like 2 years of me constantly researching them, watching YouTube videos. Those things are just so nasty, and it'd be my first manual car, so we'd definitely get one in manual. And I think that'd be a great pairing with something like this. You know, we got our family sedan Rocket, and then we have obviously the Vet. Stuff to look forward to. That's definitely on the goals list. Hopefully we can get these fueling upgrades in soon. Mr. Shoop's already got the file loaded up, ready to go for me. I've seen guys even with the Pure 900 hit over 800 wheel, not even at full E. So this is a time where my transmission is really going to be begging, but obviously we're going to be smart about it. We're not going to do anything stupid. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Happy holidays from me and the Spider-Man build. We'll see you in the next one.